Hi guys, my name is Mayank and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about this book titled Bad Blood. So Bad Blood, in case you don't know, it is about this company named Theranos, which is now obviously no more, it is defunct. So it's all about the journey of the company from starting up, from raising millions of dollars from investors, and after that what really went wrong in the company. So actually the author has interviewed a lot of people who were involved in the company, the employees, the investors, and people who were affected by the whole fiasco that happened at Theranos. For me, I would say that the whole problem about this company really started when the company first promised something. So Elizabeth Holmes, who was the founder of the company, she promised that she would be able to do hundreds of blood tests with a single drop of blood. Now, although I'm not from a medical background, but people from a medical background would also understand that one drop of blood has very less information to do hundreds of blood tests. But because she wanted to really garner publicity and wanted the company to become popular, she promised that. After that, all went downhill, because to deliver that promise, people had to work really hard and they were still facing so many difficulties. So ultimately what was decided was that they will downplay the promise, which means that although they will not be able to completely fulfill the promise, they will go ahead with it. And this is something which is not acceptable, because you have already invited millions of dollars into your company on that promise. Now it's not fulfilled anymore. They were very egoistic. They felt that once they have done a promise, they should be able to fulfill it. There were workings in the company which were not accurate, and because it is a medical field, because you are dealing with people's lives, accuracy is very important. They did not back down from their promise, even though they realized they won't be able to fulfill it. And these kind of things really impact people, because if someone has a wrong blood test or an inaccurate blood test, they get a lot of anxiety. They feel that they have something wrong in their body, even though the result is not accurate. So even after all these wrong things, the company did not back away. They continued working. They continued to delay the promise that someday maybe it will happen. Ultimately, we all know what happened with the company. It's defunct now. I feel that the first thing that went wrong was right at the beginning. If you promise something big without knowing the consequences of it, you will ultimately be forced to fulfill that promise, and it will be very difficult for you. The second thing I would say is the employee culture at Theranos. It was very privacy focused. The employees were not allowed to share information about their work outside of the company, not even on websites like LinkedIn, which is really baffling, to say the least. So when such things happen, ultimately the employees will not be satisfied with the job, because they are constantly getting harassed, constantly under pressure. They are working weekends, and even after that they are being made to say that it's not enough. So it will eventually lead to the downfall of the company. The third thing I would say is that if at a job you are being asked to do wrong things, if you're being asked to lie, which is what the employees were told, it means that you are at the wrong job. So that is why the employees also started to leave the company, and the whole culture at Theranos was not something which you would like to be involved in, which is why all this happened. So overall, this was my take on Bad Blood. I hope you read the book. I hope you find it useful. For me, although I didn't learn, I wouldn't say that it is something which is necessary to read, but it is a story which you might want to read before you start something of your own, just to make sure you're not on the wrong path. So definitely give it a read. And that's all I had for today's video. I hope you found it useful, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.